I'd like to get in our news director right now because we're going to do a little duet, a little in-concert performance as we wish one Curtis Sliwa a very, very
happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sliwa. Happy birthday to you.
The dogs are howling in the neighborhood. Why don't you guys just save it for the shower stall? I heard you, Gnome Laden, before, well, actually during the other side of midnight with that Mama Luke Frank Morano doing karaoke. It was the worst, but this rendition was even worse.
Really?
Or worser.
Can I try again right now?
No, please. Spare our audience. We want our audience to listen. But you need to know, Nancy, that these two guys have been eyeing this rip and read for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Like Heckle and Jekyll, like Mutt and Jeff, they have wanted this hour all for themselves in the news department, with news director Gnome Laden saying that it could be him and the hillbilly from Bloomfield, New Jersey. The upscale, hipster, millennial Gnome Laden from, what can we call it, up the hill in Jersey City, the Heights. And the down-and-out hillbilly from Bloomfield, James Flippany. They really made that presentation to the suits, to Chad Lopez, and he said, stick to the news, guys. Stick to the news.
You're right. He did say that.
And can I add an addendum? Don't sing anymore. Please, don't sing.
Let me know. Happy birthday to you.
Nancy, you're very independent and autonomous on this. What do you think of their song-making abilities?
I mean, I don't know if you can sell any albums on it, but
I'll take that.
It's good.
I don't think you would have made the cut with Tony Orlando without Dawn, his last performance up at Mohican Sun this past Saturday. You would certainly not make the greatest DJ of all times playlist on Saturday nights, Cousin Brucey.
Right.
So I will end up playing it on the best side of the other side of midnight, Saturday morning from 12 to 6. And we will let our vast audience from around the world just pan you instead of pick you. Remember the American Bandstand? Oh, that's before your time, James Flippin, and also your time, Nancy. Dick Clark, remember Pick It or Pan It?
I sort of do. Yeah, that kind of sounds familiar.
The only thing you guys would be doing is picking banjos in Deliverance or picking your nose, because ain't nobody picking that rendition.
I'm curious because, we tease you a lot, but is there any sort of emotion that wells up in you as you turn 70? Do you have any sort of great advice or anything you can pass on to us, being that you are now 70 years old?
Absolutely. And I think having survived many ordeals, as Nancy has said, I'm like a cat with 9 lives. I've used 8 of them. Avoid lead poisoning. Make sure you're not in the back of a cab getting shot 5 times with hollow point bullets by the friends of Frank Morano, the Gottis, and the Gambinos. I think that's advice that everybody could live by.
No, if we know the lead poisoning story, is that a long story? You got lead poisoning?
You haven't heard that by now?
I guess no.
No, he still eats paint chips, so he hasn't learned that lesson.
Oh, is that from paint chips you got lead poisoning?
Paint chips. We're doing a commemoration to Flacco, the owl that everybody here was making fun of in the last segment. And we're also introducing, for the very first time to be on network radio, a song that was prepared for my 70th birthday by Margot Katzimatidis and her son John Jr. Katzimatidis with the help of AI. Something that we could use in our news department, artificial intelligence, to replace the lack of intelligence that the both of you combined have, called Guardian of the Night. And I am actually not going to dedicate it to myself in the last segment. That's where you all have to be listening. It's network debut. I'm dedicating it to the memory of Flacco the owl, whose necropsy results were revealed, and it says a lot about the city of New York. More than that, I'm not going to say, so why don't you exit stage left?
Okay.
Go back to doing your newscasts and just know that at any moment, AI, artificial intelligence, could replace you.
Happy birthday